a look at Hall of Fame safety Larry Wilson.
It's really something to hear guys discussing defensive people, and when Larry's name come up, everybody speak at one time. Oh yeah, well Larry did, you know. And that's the mark of a real champion. Larry was just, he was just a man's pro.
I never will forget playing against him, and he had a cast on each hand. And I looked at him and I said, well, that kind of tells me something about this guy.
Steelers' courageous Larry Wilson playing with 2 broken hands. Pirates Nelson's pass and returns 34 yards to the Pittsburgh 3.
Larry is old school. I know some guys today, if they got a hangnail, along with their attorneys and their agents, they say, well, he can't play this week. But you look back at Larry, you may want to call him a dinosaur, but he played the game the way it was designed.
Wilson played at a scrawny 175 pounds. He was a small-town kid from Rigby, Idaho, and he played running back at the University of Utah. The Cardinals selected him in the 7th round of the 1960 draft, but when they switched him to defense in his first training camp, they almost ended his career.
The Cardinals had traded Dick Nitrain Lane to Detroit, and they're looking for a right corner. They stuck me out there, and we played in a preseason game in Baltimore, and here I am, a rookie, playing against Johnny Unitas, Raymond Berry.
He was up against an old vet that day. We were in our prime, so I gave him one good move, and we got our touchdown, and they put Larry at safety, I think, the next week. So I made a contribution.
Larry Wilson went on to become pro football's best free safety. He was voted into 8 Pro Bowls, and he still holds the Cardinals' record with 52 career interceptions.
I never thought of Larry as having great speed. I never even thought of him as having great quickness. But he was always there. And after he got there, he'd hit you. Hard.
The Cardinals utilized Wilson's aggressiveness by creating a new tactic, the safety blitz. It was a devastating weapon, an innovation that changed NFL defenses forever. And Larry Wilson was its cutting edge.
He'd be way back deep, and then all of a sudden, the next time you blinked, he's up on the line of scrimmage ready to go. And he had a lot of courage, because we thought if we ever got a chance and he came through there, I had my plan made. I was going to kill him.
It was amazing to look at the quarterback's faces. One of the things I used to laugh about is you can make a quarterback stutter for sure up there. I can remember John Brody underneath the center. He'd wink at you because he knew that we had him, even before the play started, that we were going to get on.
Larry Wilson delivered some punishing blows, and over the course of his 13 seasons, he absorbed his share as well. But for the career Cardinal, never playing on a championship team was the worst pain of all.
Well, there were some frustrations in it a bunch. You know, you go out to win the games and to win championships, and I always felt that if I contributed my best out there, that we'd have a chance to win games. And that's why I played so hard all the time. I wanted to make sure that I wasn't the problem. I wanted to do my job and do it the best I could.
Wilson's retirement is the end of an era in Cardinals football. For 4 decades, he was the face of the organization, as a player, as personnel director and general manager. He was even head coach for 3 games in 1979. He was so revered in St. Louis that in his final season as an active player, the fans collected $80,000 to erect a statue of Larry Wilson to stand beside the statue of Stan Musial outside Busch Stadium. Wilson humbly declined the honor and instead suggested the money be donated to the Children's Hospital of St. Louis. But in 1978, Larry Wilson finally did have his likeness cast in bronze when he was inducted into the Pro Football Hall of Fame.
I can say to you, what was the most important thing in my life when I was playing football. I had fun. I enjoyed it. I was like Ray Nitschke. I like to hit people. And I would say to you that this is a great game. This is the epitome of what every one of us play for, to be standing in front of this shrine and to say what it really means to me. It's probably the single most important thing that has ever happened to me in football. And I thank you very much.
I think a statement that my career made is that it really doesn't matter where you come from. If you enjoy something and you work at it, that you can achieve your goal.